President Trump is ramping up attacks on Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell. The president wants him to cut interest rates. Scripps News global affairs correspondent Maya Rodriguez is here with us. Maya, where do rates stand now, and what are the chances of them changing?
Yeah, Andrew, you know, the Federal Reserve has kept its interest rate steady so far this year, between 4.25% and 4.5%. President Trump wants to have that come down, but Fed Chair Jerome Powell will not commit to any cuts just yet. Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell defended the central bank's decision to not cut interest rates so far this year and said the Fed's members are waiting to see the impact of new tariff policies.
As long as the U.S. economy is in solid shape, we think the prudent thing to do is to wait and learn more and see what those effects might be.
The comments come as President Trump intensifies attacks on the Fed chair and pushes for a rate cut. On Monday, Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt read a note the president sent to Powell.
Jerome, you are, as usual, too late. You have cost the USA a fortune and continue to do so. You should lower the rate by a lot.
The Fed cut interest rates in each of its final 3 meetings last year, but paused rate cuts through the first half of this year. The Fed meets again at the end of this month, but Powell has not committed to what the bank will do.
It's going to depend on the data, and we are going meeting by meeting.
For consumers, another pause on interest rates means the cost of borrowing money would remain high. But at the same time, it could help tame inflation, says economist Thomas Stockwell.
So if you lower interest rates, what that's going to do is that's going to increase economic growth, but it will also put upward pressure on prices. If you raise interest rates or keep them level, that's going to either keep growth the same or maybe lower growth, but it will keep inflation under control.
The Fed's 2 main goals are to keep unemployment low and prices stable. Its target for inflation is 2%. In May, core inflation was at 2.7%. We mentioned Powell would not commit to what the Fed will do at its meeting later this month, but at its June meeting, most Fed members projected that there would be 2 rate cuts this year. Andrew?
Hey, Maya, we have heard President Trump essentially sort of tease the idea of replacing Powell before his term is up. Is that a possibility?
You know, the president has floated the idea of firing Powell before, but in May, the Supreme Court signaled that he cannot do that. Powell's term as chair actually ends in May of next year, and the president has said he wants to name a chair who will commit to cutting these rates. Andrew?
All right, Maya Rodriguez in our D.C. newsroom. Maya, thank you.